Hey Nick, Ruben here. I've got my own show also on YouTube. It's by the book. Basically, I do cooking and stuff like that, but I'm also a hobbyist. And I was watching some of your videos on how to make bows with PVC. And I really love the tutorials. I've made a few bows. I've given a few bows away already. Now, I've been making my strings. And I just wanted to show you some of the things I've been making my bowstrings with, and I think you'll find them very interesting. So let me show you some of the materials I'm using to make some of my bowstrings with. At first I was kind of adamant about making the cord out of how you did it on the tutorial, and I just wanted a quick bowstring. And so I went and I bought nylon cord and different other strings and stuff like that from the store, and they just didn't seem to do it. It was either too thick or it stretched way too much. Well, I used to work for a lawnmower shop last summer, and I remembered their starter rope, what they call the pull string. So I went and I got some, and I made a string using some of this pull cord. Now this pull cord stuff, it is very, very strong. This is the black that they have available, and it's also, you see that red fleck in there. They also have it in red, white with the red fleck in it. And what I did was, here I just took the two ends, made a loop, and I hot glued them together with some of the thread that I've got. This is nylon thread that I've found at the fabric store. It's for upholstery, and I went underneath it and I put the two together again with a hot glue gun, and then I let that set. And then basically from here I just wrapped it all the way around really, really, really tight, wound it all the way to the top, and then tied it up here, and then finished it off with some crazy glue up here at the knot so it doesn't come undone. But as you can see, I've got it on the jig here that I made from your tutorial, and I've used this on some smaller bows that I've made for my children, but I've also used it on some of the larger bows that I've made, and this is very, very strong. It is less than 3 millimeters thick, about I say about 1/120th of an inch thick. So it's thin, but it's very, very strong. So that's something to consider and to pass on to some of your viewers. You can find it, a big roll like this I have at the lawnmower shop that I worked at. He buys it in bulk, so I can get it in rolls like this, or you can go to your local hardware store or whatever, and they have it in packs, but it's only like a small section, like 5-foot or 6-foot section. And but I think buying it in the big roll, if you're going to use it this way, is a better deal. The second and most interesting thing that I use to make strings is fishing line. This is not your mono fishing line, but it's the braided fishing line. And this one I was using 30-pound test, and I don't know if you can see it, but you can see how thin that braided line is. But this is very, very strong stuff as well. And I've made a couple of strings with this stuff, and oh my gosh, it is absolutely fantastic. On the continuous loop, I've done it 8 times, and it makes a great, great string for bows. And I made the string following your tutorial on your on your page. But the braided line cost me about $12 at the sports store, and it doesn't specifically have to be Zebco. It can be any other braided line. There's Spider Wire, there's this brand, there's Gorilla, but oh my gosh, this stuff is really, really good. And third and final thing that I've used here is kite string. If you go to the store, you buy a kite, and some of the kites, they come with a small spool of kite string, and I bought this one, which is extra kite string that just fell on the floor. But as you can see, it's braided, It's really thin. It's nylon cord. It does not stretch. It does not give. And I've used this also, and when I've made it on a continuous loop, I did 5 or 6 times around, and that was plenty enough to make a good strong bowstring with that. That's it, Nick. Hope you enjoyed my tutorial about the materials I use to making bowstrings, and then hopefully you get to pass these on to your other viewers. Once again, thank you very much for the tutorials. Love the bows that I create because of your tutorials, and looking forward to seeing some more from you. Have a good day, Nick. Bye.